I can see that you are going through a lot right now, and it's intense. And I'm noticing that I don't have the internal resources available right now that I think you're needing. I just don't have it in me right now to give you the thing that you're needing, and I care about what you're needing. And exactly like you said, can I help you brainstorm other ways that we can try and find a way for you to get these needs met? I want to take them seriously. I want to tell you that I care about them. And I'm really clear when I check in with myself. I don't have the resources right now to be able to be the one who helps you with this exact thing. What other role could I play?
Thank you. I just had a follow-up question. Like, what if he pushes back?
Yep, yep.
If they push back, and when you say, I only have the bandwidth for 5 to 10 minutes right now, they say, well, then let's schedule another time when you have more time. Sort of
Hmm.
like a person that, will say,
Hmm.
well, I need at least an hour. When can we do that then?
Hmm. Hmm. So what would you want to say? Like, tell me the raw and unfiltered version of what you would wish you could say in that moment.
I don't ever have time to field this. Like, this
Mhm.
is,
I'm going to address that. Then I think what I'm going to say next is I'm going to say something like, yeah, I get that in this friendship, you are wishing that I had the willingness and the capacity to field this kind of content. And what I'm realizing and trying to tell you right now is that I don't. When it comes to things that are this intense and involve this much harm and this much history and it feels this loaded and charged, I've come to realize that I don't have it in me to hold space for that. And I get that's disappointing for you, but I'm hoping you can honor this boundary. It's not coming from not caring about you. It's not coming from not wanting to be somewhat involved. But this level of charge and intensity and complexity in the situations that you bring, I feel overwhelmed and I don't want to be available for that. What works or doesn't work about that for you?
that works for me. The problem is seeing it through her eyes. Any boundary I put, any sort of voice I have is a personal attack
Yep.
on her. And she fires back because she's a lawyer with like 5 attacks.
Yep. Okay. So what does that tell you about her?
That I feel very unsafe speaking truth. A, what it tells me about her is there's very little capacity on her part to hold any sort of anything I say is like amplified to criticism against her. So
Yeah.
I constantly feel like I'm a bad person just for speaking.
Yeah. So now we want to untangle those two things. She has too much of her in the space and she's got so much going on with her that she's unable to be attuned to or caring for what's happening for you. She is overwhelmed with her own distress and her own pain, and at the moment is sort of reaching out to try and have everybody be a strategy to get herself relief. That's what she has capacity for right now. I don't know if that's how she always is in every situation or this is circumstantial, but we know that about her right now.
Yeah.
What we know about you, some ways we could frame up what we know about you right now is that your one of your growth edges is maintaining connection with yourself and your boundaries in the face of somebody else's distress.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
Great. So then you get to choose if you want to pick that up as a practice. But it sounds to me like you are in the practice of holding your truth in the face of somebody else's pressure and distress. And part of what you are practicing is holding your ground and not collapsing under the pressure of somebody else trying to make you be their strategy for something.
Yeah.
Mm. You're doing some heavy duty weight training.
That makes sense because she said to me she just wishes she could call me like she could call any friend and have me just be available to support her and be fun and feel
Mhm.
good about herself.
Yeah, then I would validate that longing. Of course you do. You're looking for friends who are available. I'm going to be a little snarky, so warning, I'm doing this playfully, but I'm going to be a little snarky for a second. Like, you're looking for friends who can be available 24/7 and love listening to you talk about these issues and really enjoy holding space for you 24/7. And that is part of what you're looking for in a quote unquote real friend for you. And what we're learning together is I'm not that person. I wouldn't say it with that sarcasm. I'm doing that right now just to be playful with you. But do you see which way I'm pointing there?
Those are good to list an argument, like as if
Yeah.
that's how I should do it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you can say it playfully and not aggressively, it's fine. Like, I get it. I know you wish that I was such and such kind of a friend. I really do get that. I
Mhm.
hear that you are really wanting. Say it back to her. Just say her back to her. Remember, she's so full of her. And this isn't something to judge about her, just like she is sorting out stuff inside of her and she can't think outside of herself right now.
Okay.
So you just affirm, I get it. Yeah, you're wanting this, 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 this. This is what you are looking for in a friend. And you and I are learning right now that that's not me. And
Okay.
you can trust yourself to say, I care about you. But for me, what I'm willing to offer is this, this, and this. And it sounds like that's not a good match for what you're wanting. We can hold this very neutrally. It doesn't mean either person is wrong. There isn't a good fit right now. And what other people will sometimes try to do is force us to be their strategy. Like they will attach to us and decide we are the strategy and you are the one who has to do it. And now I'm going to put you in the box that I need you to be in and guilt you for not meeting my needs in the way that I want you to meet my needs. And then on the other end of that, the work there is staying really grounded in yourself and giving only what you can give from joy, giving only what you can give with a really generous and open heart. And where your body is tensing up and saying no, then you reveal that. My body is tensing up and saying no. I wish it were different. But that means I've hit the limits of my own capacity and my own willingness to give. So we're describing what's true with nothing wrong with me and nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, that feels good because I think the undercurrent of the conversation is because I can't meet her needs, there's something wrong with me as
So
a friend.
let's pause there. Let's pause there. Because I can't meet somebody else's needs, there's something wrong with me. I just want to say that out loud, JS, because it's such a powerful statement that so many of us struggle with. What you're articulating one of the core beliefs that we're trying to detox in our culture. It is not my job on this planet is not to be a strategy to meet your needs,
Mm,
right? That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to be a self-sovereign, self-leadership led being who is got a job to do in terms of contribution. But I get to choose what that contribution is, when it is, how it is. It's got to come from my authentic self. It doesn't come from you putting a mold on me that I now have to fit into. Love doesn't work that way. Love does not get ordered up on a menu
mm.
with cooking instructions of how exactly I want it served up. That's not how it works. Love is something that emerges naturally in a space where the conditions for it are optimal. It's actually just my belief is that love is the ground of our being, and what we're constantly doing is trying to get out of the way so that it can come forward. And one of the things that gets in the way is being told it has to be pink with high heels and on Wednesday at 7 p.m. That's how we kill it off. And your friend is doing this by saying, but it's a little bit of the message that my pain is so big that I'm entitled to have you put all your needs aside for me.
Yes, that's it.
So we want to notice when people are putting that on us. That's a projection. So we've got to learn how to like feel that projection and not take it on, don't absorb it. You don't need to absorb that. And then we also get to see all of the ways that we are doing that to other people. We're projecting onto them who we need them to be for us, right? and then reclaiming that projection so that we can have co-creative relationships instead of, indentured servant relationships.
Yeah, it feels like indentured servitude because the second part of the sentence would be, my pain is so big, I'm entitled for you to put all your needs aside for me because I did A, B, C, D, F, L, G for you.
So again, we're going to disentangle that.
Yeah.
When you did blah, blah, blah for me, first, I want to just express a lot of gratitude and appreciation for those things. I don't want those to go unnoticed or for you to feel like they didn't mean something to me. And the fact of you doing those things for me actually doesn't make me more available in this moment when I'm feeling depleted. I can feel the tension arising in my body, and there are boundaries that I need to have honored. And I'm hearing that that doesn't make sense to you, and that you think I should put my needs aside and be here for you because those things that you did for you, were a form of payment and putting deposits in a bank that I was not aware of. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way in me. The things that I'm making clear, like that I'm grounding myself in, is I care about you. I care about your distress. I care about the fact I'm going to take the compliment that you'd like it to be me, and I'm going to be grateful for that. I love that you want it to be me. And then I'm not going to abandon the part of me that just says, and I don't want to be that. And that doesn't, my not wanting to be this strategy in this way to you, for me, is not a reflection of rejecting you or not liking you or not wanting to be available for you. This is me inviting you into a real relationship with me where we both matter. This is me, in a way, vetting you to find out whether we can have a mutually beneficial relationship or whether you are inviting me into a I am available to you whenever you need me relationship, which I will opt out of, and not being in any inner conflict about that in myself.